Welcome back everyone, this is GTA Failure. In the last video we handled Pump Action Pimp. The game offered us a revolver. We used a rocket launcher. We've got one Luigi mission left and that's called the fuzzball. That's what we're about to do here. The premise of the fuzzball is that Luigi wants us to drop off some of his girls over at the policeman's ball at Old School Hall, which is in South Chinatown. And in order to pass the mission, you need to drop off at least 4 of these women. And there are a total of 8 women available to drop off. But like I said, at least 4 and you pass. Any more than that, it just counts as extra cash. And reading from the Wikipedia, while we check out this cutscene here, I'll share that the standard mission failure conditions are always here. Getting wasted or getting busted means you fail. But also, if any of the prostitutes dies during this mission, you fail. And if the time runs out with less than 4 prostitutes arriving at the ball, you fail. So that's the only tricky part, is that there is a 5-minute time limit and you have to drop off something between 4 and 8 women inclusive. The reward is $500 per girl dropped off, but you only get the reward if you drop off at least 4. So the minimum reward is $2,000 if you drop off 4 women, and then the maximum reward is $4,000 if you manage to pick up and drop off all 8 women. So we will see the locations of all 8 women at some point in this video. But first I'm going to do my standard speedrun route, which is to pick up 3 particular women first and then drop them off, and then 1 more woman and drop her off. And that brings me to 4. Okay, so like I mentioned, this is the last Luigi mission, so there's no more Luigi missions to do after this one, and we'll move on. We have access right now to either the Joey missions or the Marty Chonk's phone missions, so that's we will start one of those chains next video. In the meantime, I'll read you just a little bit of trivia here from the wiki. So first, the wiki says that this mission is similar to something called Ho Selecta, which is a mission in Liberty City Stories. After delivering 4 prostitutes to the ball, the timer will still run. If the player has met the minimum and is carrying prostitutes in his vehicle and runs out of time, it will not be held against the player, and the prostitutes will simply get out and walk away. So as long as you have 4, it's okay if you run out of time with 1 or more girls still in the car. So here we go. We're dropping off 3 women. As soon as we get in the blue marker and stop, they all 3 get out. And then we head back out to pick up just 1 more. The mission will fail if any of the prostitutes are killed, even if the player has dropped off 4 prostitutes already, meaning like they could just do nothing and still pass the mission. If any of the other prostitutes that's kind of still out in the wild passes away, then the mission will fail. There are 2 police cars parked here in this parking lot for this mission, as well as this fancy Liberty Police Department's annual ball sign. I'm going to skip ahead. I didn't collect any more than 4 on this first attempt. I'm just going to cut the like 3 minutes of wait time here. You can see the time limit is quite generous. But anyway, this banner here is only here for this mission. It's missing an apostrophe. You could try to figure out where that belongs. And then the 2 parked police cars are also here during this mission, and I'm pretty sure they're always unlocked. In fact, I use one of them when I'm doing my speedrun strat. Okay, mission passed, $2,000. As I said, $500 per girl, but you got to get at least 4 girls, and we got exactly 4, so that's how we come up with 2,000. So now we're going to show you some of the oddities in this game. So in this case, I am going to figure out if we need to be in a car to drop these women off. So we get out just near the blue marker, and I'm going to have 3 women chasing after me. This is pretty standard in my real life, I have to be honest. And I didn't know if it would count when we all got in the blue marker, and it does. So I don't even know if you need a car at any point in this mission. So here I wanted to see what would happen if I kill one of the girls that already counted, and predictably it's a mission fail. So I think you could do this mission on foot. I think you could just run over to 1 girl and run from there to the next girl, and you'll just have like this chain of women running after you. Okay, so here I wanted to explore this door, which is only open during this mission. So the girls just all seem to disappear going at that particular angle. So I think, all right, I could just set myself up and walk right in and enjoy the party. Oh, it's beautiful. It's a great party. Actually, I'm just hiding in the black here. You just back right out. It's a very small room in there, and here I think I'm just gonna monkey around and show you the boundaries. There's some blue stuff on each of the two sides, and then I'll just walk around and show you how far I can go left and right. Here I can't control the camera anymore, but the movement of the camera gives you a sense of how far you can go. I'm going as far as you can. And then you go forward and you disappear, and you can just come right out and go backwards and show up. But not much to do in here, but it is pretty cool for this mission anyway. Okay, so here I'm going to shove my taxi cab in here and find out what the doors are going to do when they try to close at the end of the mission. So here we're going to, again, some time and just skip ahead to the end of the countdown. So we expect to fail because we don't have 4 women. So I just want to see the unique fail state here. Too slow, man, too slow. And the doors don't close. They're trying to close, but there's something in the way. And so they will remain open until you move the car far enough out of the way or until the car despawns. So here I'm just kind of walking around, but everything is as normal in this space. Doesn't matter that the mission has ended. And so now we're going to blow up the car, see if that does anything. It does. It blows up the car, but that's about all. And then I think I run away in double speed here, trying to keep my eye on the door to see if I can catch the moment when the magic happens and that door closes. All right, and then I can see some white here, so it might have been the magic happening. Yeah, and then we can see both doors totally closed here. Another thing that I did, which I didn't put in this video, oh, here, there's a prostitute on the other side of this unique jump. We've already gotten the unique jump done, so we can't get credit for it again, but I can demonstrate that killing a prostitute in this way, even with slow motion, results in a mission fail. Yeah, so here's a double speed attempt, and we're going to try to do something over by the crusher. What else is new? So yeah, that unique jump that I did there is one that I used to do during this mission when I was speed running, because you don't get credit for picking up any more than 4 and dropping them off. So when I was speed running, I would pick up and drop off 4, the same 4 every time, and then I would try to do like that unique jump and also some packages while the time was ticking down because I wanted to be productive. I wanted to do something while the time is ticking down, and I can't start another mission, but I can do packages and jumps. So I used to do that jump and a bunch of packages, but I ended up killing that prostitute so many times that I decided to take that jump out of the routing, the spot that I had put it in my route. Okay, so here we are in a collision-free vehicle. It's getting comically large, and the camera's going to kind of start to wobble, so hopefully you don't get motion sick here. But one thing to point out, if I get out of this vehicle, I can never get back in. But the women have no problem getting into this vehicle. And then they'll get out, and then we'll go back for more. But here I'm just going to drive to fall into blue hell, which resets the size and the handling of the taxi. And so we can still drive through everything here, and we can't possibly run into the prostitute because we have no collision. And so we're going to pick up, yeah, at some point I decided that where I'm going, I don't need roads. So I just start driving diagonally through stuff instead of following the roads. So here we're going to drive through this pole area. Oh, so nice to be here in a car. Normally you could just walk here. Almost fell down, but I was surprised I didn't. I thought I was going to fall into blue hell there. But I guess some of these floors are solid, even though they look like they're blue hell. This building has a solid floor, you can see. That's pretty cool. And then we'll pick up our 6th female. And yeah, just so nice to be able to just take a straight line distance and ignore buildings and obstacles, NPCs, everything. It's great. Okay, and then for the next couple of minutes in this video, things are going to get weird, and I don't understand what's happening here, but I expect that they're all going to get out because I'm in the blue marker, and even and like a minute or two ago, I was in the blue marker in this same glitched taxi cab, and the 3 women got out, and it was no problem. So I couldn't think to do anything else other than get out, and then I expect all of them to get out, but they don't. Now I can't get in this car. So I think that they're just stuck in there. I don't know what kind of like limbo state the game has these women in, but obviously like I can't interact with them. Everything is collision free here, including the girls. So then the only thing I can think to do is grab another vehicle, and then I don't know what I was expecting to happen, but nothing happens. Then I decided to try to like hide as much of the police car as I could inside of the taxi. I think I did a pretty good job there. And then I get out, not expecting anything to happen, but something did happen. One of the women gets out, the taxi like flips out, and then this woman is following me, which is like normal, like in this mission. But now she doesn't count. I don't know why she doesn't count. Then I get in the car, she gets in the car, then she gets out of the car, then I get out of the car, then this woman from the taxi gets out and then back into the police car. The first woman is still standing there. And then the second woman, I don't know, she's just like teleported out of the police car. Sure, nothing happens. And the third one, I have no clue what's happening here, gang. Still to this day, I don't know what's happening. So if you can explain what's going on, like this woman is following me, the other ones are not doing anything. And then I get in the car, and then all of a sudden everybody counts. I don't understand. We're at 3, now we're at 5, and now we're at 6. What just happened? And then I ran one of them over, and then I decided to like try to drive in to block the doors. And maybe that wasn't such a good idea right before this unskippable cutscene, because it turns out the cutscene won't end until she gets into the door, and she can't because I'm in the way, and I can't do anything right now other than hit escape to get to the menu. So I thought I had soft locked the game, which wouldn't be that big a deal. I could just reload the previous save. But then the game continues. I don't know why. I don't know how. But yeah, I have no clue what happened there. No clue. And I think I broke the doors because the doors should have closed as soon as I backed out, but they're still open, and I think they just stay open. So I'm in double speed, thinking, what if I, get out of the draw distance here and then just go back and see if the doors have closed? But no, no, it's just broken. Sorry, Rockstar. Okay, next up. In this clip right here, I have not started the mission yet. I just reloaded my previous save state, but I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go pick up a particular vehicle. This will be our last attempt at this mission. This will be our official passing of the mission. But I wanted a particular vehicle, and I'm gonna try this mission in a way that I'd read about before, but had never heard about. And in fact, if you're playing this game on the definitive edition, then the technique I'm about to illustrate here, it will get you an achievement, or maybe it's called a trophy. What is it called? Yeah, an achievement. It's called Got This Figured Out in the definitive edition. Okay, so maybe you can see where we're going with this now. It turns out that the coach can handle 8 passengers plus me. So what we're going to try to do is pick up all 8 folks on one big circuit of Portland and then drop them off all at one shot. And if you do that, then in the definitive edition, you get the Got This Figured Out achievement. Okay, so there I'm pausing it just to make sure I understand the route that I'm supposed to follow, because like I said, I've never done this, not on video, not off video. In fact, I've never picked up more than 4 women before this particular run that you're about to see, because I played this game and trying to do it fast. So picking up more than 4 didn't do anything for me. Just took extra time. Okay, so we're going to see all 8 women, like I said, some of them for the first time in this video here. So the first one is up here in Hepburn Heights. And then the second one is over by the Crusher. We've picked these 2 up before. And we'll take a little shortcut over by the Crusher. From this road, we can just kind of veer left and totally in control with this bus. Yep, all good. Probably I should have gone slower there and paid some attention to which part of this area of the map I was going to land in, but we saved it. So there is girl number 2, a quarter of the way there. Next up are the 2 women that are in St. Mark's. And the first one, I think I just like drive right past. I got confused as to which side of the road she was on. So I thought she was on the south side, but actually she's on the north side. And the first time I ever picked up this woman was in one of the earlier attempts on this video. I've never picked this person up in all of my times speedrunning the game. I've probably beaten this mission like 30 times, and this is the first time that I picked her up in this video. There was one message that I was surprised to see. You can go back and check it out in this clip if you want, but it was when I was in the car that had no collision, and I drove three women. It was the second trip of three, and I drove them, and we fell into blue hell. And then I got this message that said something about like, you can't fit any more women in here. If you do, they'll bruise. So like, drop these girls off and then go out and pick up some more. And I don't know exactly what caused that mission. Like it seemed to happen like right after we fell in blue hell. So was it like the that the vehicle was like, like had crashing or whatever, and like getting damaged, and so the girls were getting damaged? Or does it say that if you drive near a fourth person and your vehicle's already full? I'm not sure. So many unanswered questions. Okay, so six women in the bus, two left to go. So we'll head left up here in Trenton, and then we'll just make a U-turn on this road that we're on right now, pick up the last person, and with plenty of time, drop off all eight girls. And one thing to look for here is that we're going to get the $4,000 reward at the end, 500 per woman. So in terms of speed running this mission, I kind of like this mission because, like I would do the bare minimum requirement, pick up the same four every time and drop them off. And then I would still be productive, even though there might be like 3 minutes left in the 5 minute timer. I'd still be productive, and I would do a unique jump. I would pick up a bunch of packages, and that felt pretty cool. I think I used to do two unique jumps, and then I decided to get rid of the one right behind us here. So it felt kind of neat to be productive while an unskippable timer was counting down to zero. Okay, so then there's this last glitch that the wiki talks about as the women get out of the coach. So like the first one slips as if she's on a banana peel. Then the second one slips as if it's the same banana peel. Then the second one flipped again. The third one was okay. The fourth one is standing fine. The fifth one slips. Sixth one slips. I have no, I have no idea what's happening. One of these ladies is going to get unlucky. That one that's on the ground, spoilers, she ain't getting up, which is weird because like at some point you hear the death scream from that woman right there. I think there's blood on the ground right now. But like the moment one of these women dies, I thought it was game over. I thought that you failed the mission, but I guess the game had already acknowledged like that all of these women were going to get out, and it gave me credit for them, and it was just a question of showing me the animation. So the game didn't care that the animation didn't get a chance to really complete all the way through. Either way, we passed it and we got our achievement, even though we're not playing the definitive edition. We're gonna give it to ourselves anyway. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you real soon.